always wanted a girl.
This one was cold.
Like Raulian Paiva in a wig.
And I didn't think MMA Guru would go this hard on O'Malley. And if I'm O'Malley, I'm staying away from this video like the plague. I'm staying away from this video like Indiana Jones in a snake pit. Because, you know, especially if you're smoking weed all the time, you see someone going at your life like this, when you're high and you're freaking out, you're introspecting, man, that's going to be rough. I think O'Malley should really avoid this and pretend like this never happened. You know, even Sean O'Malley was giving Guru the benefit of the doubt, you know, allowing him to explain his take. But a few weeks removed, you know, 1 week removed from UFC 280, and we're at a completely different spot because there's a lot of things that the Guru said in this video that were true. And there's a lot of things that O'Malley said that are delusional. So we're going to break this down. So essentially, O'Malley coming off of his big win against Peter Yan. Most fans think he lost. Most analysts think he lost. Most people think he lost. And I do too. And essentially, O'Malley has gone on a parade and he's basically put on the blindfolds of delusion and has gone out and told everyone that you are a hater and you're just spewing bullshit if you think he lost. We're going to basically go over some of the things that the Guru had to say against Sean O'Malley because some of it was crazy. You know what I mean? Some of it was crazy. Let's go over a couple parts.
I've always wanted to have a wife who gets fucked by other men. He got me. I'm sorry.
I mean, if you guys don't know, O'Malley has an open relationship.
But I've always wanted a girl.
This one was cold.
Like Raulian Paiva in a wig.
First of all, this is already getting personal. You know, you would think you would call him out on his personality, but I was just surprised that he's going at his fucking, you know, his girl. I don't think it's his wife, but his girl. Anyway, we're gonna look up Raulian Paiva. The fact that I thought it was a little far. I'll be real. I thought it was a little far, and I want to ask you: do you think the MMA Guru went a little too far? And if you guys don't know, this is Raulian Paiva right here. O'Malley knocked him out. But the MMA Guru going at him saying, this is what your wife looks like. If you guys haven't seen O'Malley's girl, she is of the same complexion. I'm not going to say anything about her, but listen, I just think, you know, personally for me, I think you're going a little too far if you're going at someone's girl like that. But I think this is why the Guru was such a legend in the game, because who else is going to do this? And O'Malley called him fat, but all this stuff, like, going at the fam, it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy, but you know what? You got balls. You got balls for that. And that's why I'm saying, if you're Sean O'Malley, you shouldn't watch this video.
I don't think I could go out there, beat Raulian Paiva in a cage fight, and then drag his unconscious body home with me, put a wig on him, and then have him raise my daughter.
Man, if I'm O'Malley, how do you just don't watch the video straight up, as I said.
Some real emotion out of me, okay? Because I'm jealous of him. I wish I had a nonce tattooed on my shoulder.
6'9", he's got 6'9" tattooed on him.
There's a lot of things I wish. To be fair, being number one ranked in the world as a fighter would be quite cool, though. So
Absolutely.
I'm kind of jealous of course. You know, if you ask most people, they would want to be a top-level fighter. But the CTE that comes with it, no thanks. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, man. Like, listen, we all want to be champions of the world. I mean, how cool would it be to be a UFC champion? But, you know, the reason why a lot of us don't do it is because of that aspect, the CTE. That's why I never wanted to pursue it, straight up. So respect to the people that do, but fuck, man. $2 million. Most guys won't ever touch $2 million, and they'll just get CTE. How many people actually make that much money?
Get more live viewers than me was to beat, seeing as you want to use quotation marks earlier, to beat Peter Yan in a fight. That's all it took for you to finally, Mr. Superstar, get more live viewers than me on YouTube. With your channel with 535,000 subs. 10 times my number. That's all it took. You only had to beat the number one fighter and arguably the champion of the bantamweight division, Peter Yan, in order to get more live viewers than me.
He knows he's burning the bridges.
You may have beaten the number 1 ranked bantamweight in the world, but did you make the champion apologize to you?
Aljamain Sterling called out the Guru,
Okay.
and all the Guru's fanboys went out and made Aljo pay for it. Let's just say that.
I didn't need the face tattoos. I didn't need to colour my hair. I put a beanie over it. You can't even see my fucking hair. And I made the champion of your division beg for forgiveness at the feet of my epic fan base. Okay? But you know, you and your decade of training and face tattoos and everything that you went through.
I mean,
Guy that you arguably didn't is, you know, it's also kind of impressive. Yeah, it only took me a couple years.
couple videos. This is my favorite part right here.
Apologize to me. But you know, Sean O'Malley's right, dude. He is. I'm really jealous of him, you know. It's tough, dude. You know, I guess I'll just live a pathetic life of growing up. You know, maybe someday having a good-looking wife and just, you know, having her only fuck me. How pathetic.
And then at the end of it, it's pretty hilarious. Oh, wait a second. I'll show you my favorite part.
His opinion once.
I'll show you this is my favorite part over here.
Oh, God. Next time you go to Abu Dhabi, I'm blowing her back out, okay? That's all I want you to know. I'm moving to it, okay? Under an Anon persona, okay? So don't show it me because that'll ruin my plan. But go book a fight in Abu Dhabi. Come to London in March. I'll be in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? I'm blowing her back out as you lose to Aljamain Sterling by rear naked choke. Just wanted you to know. I'm getting there before Leroy does. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he has an appointment that weekend. All right, Mr. Big Man? Mr. 5'9" Big Man? Imagine it being in the bantamweight division and using your height as a personality trait. But to be fair,
Man.
I'm no longer invited to the birthday parties.
And then at the end of it, he talks about O'Malley and Tim Welch having panic attacks because their women were out at some bars and they were wondering what they were getting up to.
If he ever does do a little response and say that I'm insecure for calling out his little open relationship thing, where he does that sort of like part-time cucking, pretty much, then I'll tell the story about when Smithy and his other friend were on their podcast and he got very awkward because they called him out about his open relationship. And they mentioned the time where him and Tim Welch were in the kitchen having panic attacks because their girlfriends were out on the town and they were wondering about what they could be up to with other men.
Can you imagine Sean O'Malley and Tim Welch pacing around the kitchen thinking about that? I mean, classic. But Sean O'Malley, we're going to hear what he has to say.
Say you're a hater without saying it. It's just funny, though. Like, they were so mad. I just can't imagine watching someone else win or lose and caring that much.
Yeah, that's
Like,
surprising to me.
unless it's your friend, your teammate, you're, like, you trained with them, you had a war with them, or you train, like, watching them lose would be hard, but to have no emotional connection.
And when I say O'Malley is wearing the blindfolds of delusion, I really mean it. I mean, I haven't seen this guy not wearing sunglasses for the past few weeks. And Sean O'Malley, you know, stoned off his ass, probably, making all these podcasts, calling everyone a hater. He does not want one person. What he's trying to do is he's trying to basically say around his team, around his brother, Tim Welch, Logan Paul, he's trying to say, listen, if you think I lost, you're just a hater, dude. You're a hater. And I think that's bullshit. Listen, O'Malley would be a bigger star if he didn't get his hand raised. That 100% is a fact. Because people already respect him for the fight. People already respect him for his performance. But what he's gone to do after this, saying that if you think that I lost, if you're harping on the fact that I lost, if you're harping on the fact that I was grabbing the fence and cheating and grabbing the gloves and playing it a little bit dirty, then you're just a cold-blooded hater. And I have no respect for that. You know, you're just a loser. You have no opinion. You shouldn't even talk. You're just coping. You're just projecting your insecurities. This is really how O'Malley's carrying himself. And I think it's starting to become quite evident that No one in his circle is going to tell him any differently. And that is why I respect the MMA Guru. I got to give him the respect. I mean, the Guru went on O'Malley's podcast, and listen to this. How many MMA media members, how many people in the world of MMA that aren't fighters, that are just covering the sport, would finally get invited onto their first big podcast, you know, on Sean O'Malley's podcast? Sean O'Malley, one of the biggest stars in the game, have a podcast with them, then do one with Tim Welch, and then completely burn the bridge just because you're not taking shit for what they said. You know, most people in this position, they would apologize. They would send a text to Tim Welch. They would say, no, Tim, tell Sean I didn't mean it like that. Oh no, but Sean, I'll take the video down of you cheating, you know? Most people would want to get on that podcast again. Most people would want to keep those connections. And here's one thing I'll give you know, MMA Guru. He's getting a lot of publicity from this, but so is Sean. And I'm sure the Guru doesn't mind that. But listen, how many people do you think would burn this many bridges just to entertain their followers and stay true to themselves? And, you know, I was kind of surprised because I didn't think the Guru was going to go this hard at O'Malley for just saying a few words. But I think he understands that he's at the point where, listen, I'm already getting more live viewers than you. I'm basically matching your views, not necessarily on a video-to-video basis, but throughout the month, I bet MMA Guru matches O'Malley on views, or at least is getting close to that. And he's basically got himself a lot of hype. And anyone that really follows the Guru is probably going to prefer the Guru's content to any UFC creator's content. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of MMA fighters that have good content, but that's not what they do first and foremost, you know? And I love the MMA Guru's content. So, you know, I'm a fan of Sean. I like the MMA Guru as well. But I just think it speaks to the character of the MMA Guru that, listen, like, fuck the clout, fuck all the kiss ass, fuck, I'm not going to kiss your ass. I was on your podcast once, I'm not kissing your ass. I wasn't kissing your ass then, don't expect me to kiss your ass now. And I don't think Sean O'Malley's used to that. And so this video probably hit him like a truck. And this is why the Guru can just come on here and say this, because, you know, regardless of whether or not he pisses a few people off, I mean, his followers know exactly who he is. People are tuning in for this. So, you know, the MMA Guru is really the only guy who would make a video like this. Not the only guy. There are a few out there, you know. We don't walk on eggshells at MMA Dynasty, but at this level, if you have this many followers, most people are becoming a kiss ass. Most people are starting to suck up and, you know, try to keep those relationships, not trying to burn those bridges. The Guru simply doesn't care. And he really showed he didn't care. Peter Yan, I thought Peter Yan was going to finish him. 100%, I thought Peter Yan was going to finish him. I broke it down. I predicted it. I said O'Malley's a pipsqueak. I said he's not tough enough to weather the storm. I didn't expect him to do as well as he did on the ground, regardless of the cheating, of course. But listen, and I think that if he were to just not discuss it and not call people haters and maybe think that, listen, maybe they're not just haters, maybe they're just speaking about the sport. And when I'm at the highest level of the sport, I have to be willing to accept that people are going to speak about me. People are going to critique my performances. That's what you get when you're a high level athlete. People break down the sport. People talk about you, all that. You have to live with it. And, you know, someone who does social media, you have to live with it, man. People are always going to come at you no matter what. On O'Malley's level, people are going to come at you even more. And he's definitely done well. I mean, I don't know what it's like to be in his position, but still, I still think you should not watch the Guru's video. That shit was rough. But the Guru, when it comes to entertainment, and when it, you know, he knows the sport. He knows the sport 100%. But when it comes to entertainment, the guy has the best videos. I don't think I've missed a single one. So shout out to Guru. And O'Malley, let's be honest, guys. This is also kind of cool. O'Malley, in my opinion, has the best content that there is right now in MMA. Israel Adesanya makes pretty decent content, but he's really just sitting on the couch yawning while watching the fights. I mean, it's just cool because it's good quality, and his brother and his brother's friends have good banter while they're watching the fights. But O'Malley, he puts effort into his content, and it's good. It's really good. And, you know, I've been following O'Malley since 2017, man. I've been watching this podcast before he even had one with his brother, when it was just him and Tim Welch. But yeah, what did you guys think? Please leave a like and subscribe.